Welcome, gamers and watchers. This is the Super Metroid 80% Tournament Qualifier number 5. We've got like 20 people racing here, and uh, got a couple people on the restream here. This is going to be an amazing race. I've got Mothman joining me. I'm Bressingham, and we're going to be doing commentary today. How you doing, Mothman?
Doing all right. Thank you, Bress, for the introduction. Super excited to do this today, and should be good races. So, good luck
This is going to be exciting. Looks like we are still setting up. Everyone is ready, but we are working on some setup here, so yeah,
Yep,
should be exciting.
Say good luck to everybody doing this today, and hopefully it works out well for everyone.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Exact Science, Shiny Zinni, One-Sided Dice, and Eddie. Exact and Dice on the left are going to be running the old route, KPDR, the intended boss order, and Shiny Zinni and Eddie are going to be running the very, very difficult and sweaty route of this game, PRKD. Yeah, both of them have PBs in the 41 range. Exact Science and One-Sided Dice, I believe, are PBs are in the 47 range for KPDR. So it's a nice showcase of the two different routes here. Should be exciting. All right, looks like we're about to start here. Yeah, so excited for these races. What are you looking to see? Do you think someone's gonna die? It's always a high chance of death in this game.
That there is, especially with Shiny Zenny and Eddie running the PRKD route. So let's see how this goes for them. Hopefully it works out well.
And I love watching PRKD. It's just so exciting. There's a high chance of death everywhere. But KPDR is also really, really cool. Has a lot of really fun and cool movements. Kind of showcases how overpowered Space Jump and Plasma can be. Those are the two things that the newer route doesn't get.
Yeah, I agree. And we are about to start here, everybody, so get ready.
Any second now, we're going to be headed into the series station. Any second now. Yeah, this tournament, it's going to be really good. We've had Speedgaming Live 80% tournaments for the past couple of years now, and they've always been really hype. So these runners are all looking to qualify for the tournament, getting into that bracket face-off.
And we are off. Good luck again to everybody.
All right. So we're going to start off in series here. Not a lot to do here, not a lot to talk about. We're just going to be running through these rooms. We're going to run into our old Pelican friend Ridley, who's got a baby Metroid, and we're going to shoot at him, and then we're going to leave. And then when we escape, there's going to be a lot of difficult rooms. There's a lot of RNG reaction stuff going on. So it's a pretty difficult early segment. Let's see how well they can handle it.
pretty good for all 4 of them.
All right. Zinni's showing off what's called Zoden pumping. It's a new method of pumping where you're actually just moving your fingernails across the R button as fast as you can, trying to get as many arm pumps as you can through these rooms. And this last room is very hard. Let's see. Very nice. 45s, 44, and a 43.
Yeah, very, very good from all 4 of them for sure.
Yeah. You can't ask for much more than getting a 4 on your first digit in a race setting. If you're used to doing speed runs, you have to kind of put that reset reflex out of your mind for these races, because whatever happens, you just got to keep going.
Definitely makes it more interesting for sure. What color morph ball do you think we're going to get from them today?
I sure hope it's yellow or pink, or or maybe they're playing a different game. But yeah, this early section, not a whole lot to do. We're just gonna go down here and grab our morph ball. All right, Zinni leading down into morph ball room. So this early section, it kind of seems simple, but it's very, very hard. There's a lot of technical movements and a lot of optimization going on. The game sort of, to me, it feels like a much different type of game to do optimally when you have this early level of movement. There's going to be a lot of arm pumping, which, if you're not aware of what arm pumping is, that's all of the Samus wagging her hands around. That actually pushes her forward 1 frame every time she does it. So, or not 1 frame, 1 pixel forward. So, a lot of little things like that. And coming up, we have the climb, one of the most difficult rooms in the game. A lot of different ways to approach that. What kind of climb do you prefer, Moth?
I'm actually a huge fan of the down grab climb.
Cool. Yeah, the down grab climb, very popular. I personally do the wall jump climb. I find it simpler. I never learned the down grab climb, but a lot of people like it.
They're both fun in their own right to watch.
Yeah, it looks like Zinni and Eddie both going to go for the wall jump climb. Let's see if we can get... All right, we're going to get 4 wall jump climbs. I approve. Yeah, so this parlor room also very, very difficult. It's easy to make a mistake and fall. Anytime you're going up in this game, it's hard to not fall and lose a lot of time. So one of those rooms where you just want to minimize mistakes, but if you do, just got to keep going. All right, and we have our Bomb Terizo fight. While Shiny Zinni is going to get recropped here momentarily. So we're going to use missiles and P-shots here, and we're trying to avoid some extra animations that he does by making sure that his damage doesn't go past certain thresholds, which is once he goes from 100 to anywhere above 0, he's going to do a decapitation animation. So we skip that by killing him with a missile when he's at 100 health, causing that animation to not trigger. It looks like everyone's through. Exact finishing up.
Next up here, once they get into Green Bryn, we're going to see all of them do item skip or logic skip, kind of, because they're going to do the mock ball into the bridge room and get through the blocks before they fall down. So it's kind of a neat early game sequence break.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Zinni and Eddie using missiles on those pirates to save some energy because they're going to go up to Fantoon. Meanwhile, Exact and Dice are actually going to do a faster strat, just kind of walk through them because they don't need the health as badly. And Zinni and Eddie getting the mark ball. Yeah, so that lets us skip a very lengthy Spore Spawn fight.
And we get 4 for 4. And we do.
Very
Awesome
nice.
job, runners.
I think Exact gets the awesome deboost there. I really love that deboost. Just feels really cool. And Eddie went for a Moonfall and Big Pink. That's a sort of a less popular strat. More recently picked up by Zost, I believe. But I used to see Decall do that back in the day. I can't get it faster. But one of the things I love about this game is there are so many different ways to do everything. So there's a lot of room for expression and how you go about stuff. It's really cool.
Absolutely. It's one of the things that makes this game so awesome. So Zenny and Eddie are both going to go up here, and I believe Dice and Science are going to go down for the different routes that they're running.
Yep, Zinni's gonna head up here. Eddie gonna follow suit, and yeah, Dice and Exact are gonna head down here. Very nice from Zinni. That is a really solid power bombs time. Yep. So we'll see the difference here. Runners on the right are going to head up to fight Fantoon. Runners on the left are going to go down and fight Cray first. Ooh. And Dice falls in the water there, makes it out. So that's going to let Zach catch up a little bit. Meanwhile, we've got a very important room on the right here. Upcoming here is the moat. This is a hard room. There's a lot of ways to get through. They are all very hard and tricky. Yeah, and Zinni's going to go for the CWJ here. He has 2 frames to hit jump, and he does not get it. So he's going to fall in the moat. Has to go back over here again, figure something else out to try. I didn't see Eddie. Eddie going to go for the bomb jump here. Gets it first try. Very nice. And Zinni gets CWJ.
Nice. Like it.
Yeah, so just like that, Eddie pulls ahead of Zinni. That's a just the power of moat there. Really good that Zinni was able to get that second try, though.
Absolutely. I definitely love watching that trick, too.
Yep, meanwhile, we've got the Kraid fight here. We do a strat to do a quick kill here, and Dice nails that. So we kind of just trick him into opening his mouth, and then if you hit him at a certain point in his mouth opening animation, he kind of gets sunlocked. And so we can just pummel him with supers there and really shorten that fight. Nicely done from both.
So no dancing with Kraid today.
Yeah, no dancing, no prom. Meanwhile, we've got the first boss fight on the right for Eddie and Zinni. Good old Fantoon. Eddie gets a fast pattern to start. Zinni does not get a fast. Looks like he could still get a mid right there. Oh, and Zinni setting up for 1 round stutter Dopplers. Not getting a whole lot in, but he can still get a 2 round here. Eddie gets a slow second pattern. Oh, okay, misses the super, so he's going to have to go for a 3-round here. Let's see if Zinni can catch up here with a 2-round. Oh, also misses the super. And they're both getting a mid, hopefully, for this last pattern.
Still nice fights from both. That is a very dangerous fight with only one E-tank.
Yeah. Definitely really scary. I imagine neither of them happy with the 3-round, but 3-round is still good.
Absolutely. I agree.
Especially in a race.
So Dice is the first one to high jump.
Yep. Runners on the left, not as stressed out right now. Just kind of be going through these rooms, getting all the really powerful items in Norfair. So Eddie's health actually pretty low here. He's got 122, and you need 121 to get through, and he gets health drop. To get through the bowling, because you have to take 2 spike hits, which do 60 each. So he's got to be a little bit careful. He's fine here as long as he doesn't take another hit. Which he does, okay. He gets a couple more health drops, so he's okay, but needs to be really careful in these upcoming rooms.
He may farm a little bit going past the bugs or in the next room here. We'll see what he does. Meanwhile, Exact and Dice are making it over their way over to Bubble Mountain. Yep, Eddie is good.
He's good. He still can only take 2 hits, so he just needs to not mess up this room. When Zinni not getting the farm strat he wanted there, but Eddie's just fine. Ooh, and Exact getting kind of bullied by that little dragon. That room can be very annoying to get out of the lava. And nice patience there waiting for King Cac to get his needles out. He likes to block you, make you fall down. But as long as you're patient and wait for him to not do that, you can get past it. You don't want to fall down there. Oh, and Eddie runs through Gravity Suit. Notices just in time, thankfully.
Zenny and Eddie are pretty much neck and neck at this point.
Yep, they're very close. And they are done with the top half of the map, so they're going to be heading down to basically do the same stuff that we're doing on the left, and then also go to Lower Norfair.
Meanwhile, Exact and Dice have their speed booster and are now headed over to Wave, while those two head down. Likely we'll see them both break the tube on their way through, save them a little bit of time later.
Yep. And Exact and Dice pretty close. Ooh, Eddie running into that cack there. I didn't want to do that. But, yeah. Resources are very important to manage throughout the run. ZD and Eddie particularly, they are going straight to Ridley. They get 1 E-Tank and a missile or so. But they're going to be having to do some farms, and they want to keep their supers full for that fight as much as possible.
And this is something that the other the runners on the left didn't get, which is Spazer. They skipped that because they actually pick up Plasma later.
Yep. The Plasma and Spazer beams, not possible to use together, unfortunately. And there are some routes you can pick up Spazer for old route, but looks like Exact and Dice are going to be going for X Factor strats on Fantoon. Which it's a pretty It's a little difficult, but it is more consistent than Doppler's feels. All right, so Exact and Eddie actually high-fiving on that elevator as our new route runners are going to be heading down into Norfair. Dice nails the Alpha Spark. After taking a hit there, still recovers. Very nicely done.
Zach gets it as well. Awesome job, both of you.
Nice. And this room, like I said earlier, vertical rooms are just really, really difficult to do, and they're punishing in this game. So see how they both approach this. Looks like Dice wanted to go for the hero shot, but got blocked by the Ripper, so just going to have to jump up and hit the block there. See what Exact goes for here. Oh, looks like she wants to do the down grab. Gets it. Okay.
Nice.
Took a hit, but still was able to pull off the down grab. Nicely done.
It's another trick I enjoy watching.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest ones. And Exact actually pulling ahead now from Dice. Thanks to that awesome down grab, Dice having a little bit of an issue in the hallway room. Still very close. Eddie and Zinni, meanwhile, farming everything with Spazer. Going through this upper Norfair.
Ooh, Dice got Vileplumed.
Ooh. All right, and Eddie and Zinni both getting the Ice Escape Mock Ball. Really cool strat where you basically just give yourself some extra runway so that you can get enough speed to Mock Ball under the gates in that room. If you don't do that, you have to go across the top, and it's significantly slower. So, very nice. All right, and Exact and one-sided Dice coming up to their go with the moat. We do have speed, so we can just go ahead and spark this. Exact gonna go for really swaggy Ocean Fly strat where you open the door and spark through to see if she gets it. Not quite.
Ooh, so close.
Let's see if Dice goes for it. Looks like he's just gonna spark across here. And actually gonna skip the moat missile. Looks like he maybe just normally does that and gets an extra missile from high jump. All right. Zinni and Eddie so close. And our runners on the left very close. This is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely loving it.
Exact getting a super nice little blue speedball there. Looks really cool. Dice going for it as well. Gets it. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Commentator curse. We got our Fantoon fight. Gonna be going for X Factors here. See how well Exact can pull this off. Oh, never mind. Just gonna be doing the plain old Dopplers. See if Dice is gonna do an X Factor strat. Yes. Nails it. Okay, so this could actually catch Dice up here, as Exact is going to be forced to do a 3-round. If Dice can finish up this fight cleanly, he's going to catch up, and he does. Very nice. And
Very clean fight
from
for
Exact.
Very clean fight for both of them, actually.
Yeah. They're neck and neck. And Zinni and Eddie are also neck and neck still. With their wave beam, they're finally done with Upper Norfair, and we're just going to be headed down to deal with Ridley. And we've got a couple ways that we can get down through the lava dive room. There's the easy way, the easy safe way, the gravity jump, where you take advantage of the physics of the game, which allows you to get some extra height when you turn off gravity. There's also the very hard, fast, and swaggy lava spark, where you're going to store a spark and take a deboost across the entire room and then spark up. I think they're both going to be going for this lava spark to see if Zinni can get this. That looks good. Oh, and they both nail it.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I thought Eddie was a little bit too far left.
Yeah. That's a scary one to watch, but they both nail it very nice.
Attic
All right,
Spark from
and
Dice. Awesome.
yeah, very nice. And Zach going for a harder strat. I can't remember what that's called, Street Sweeper, something like that. Doesn't quite kill everything with the blue at the end there, but cleanly backed up.
Yep, very clean from both of them, for sure.
Okay, Pillar Spark for Zinni and Eddie. And we're in the worst room in the game here. This can go wrong in a lot of ways. These guys do 50 each, and both of them threw just fine. See if Eddie can get over that guy. Very nice. Yeah, so there's a lot of danger going on the right. The Pirates all do 50. The Key Hunters coming up do 50. We don't want to take any hits, and we want to farm as much as possible. Just really dangerous.
When they both get the spark track to kill the first.
Yeah, and that's very important. Saves a lot of lag and also just makes it
makes the room entirely safer.
Yeah. Yeah, it is possible to get through the room safely without doing the spark, but if you go for the spark and mess up, you can get yourself into some weird situations.
Double skip there from both of them.
Yeah, very nice. Going to be sparking these pirates. Trying to get... Oh, and Zinni misses. That's going to be pretty bad. Backs it up with some supers. And they're so close. Eddie pulling ahead now. And Eddie with better supers. That's going to save him some time on Ridley. Ooh, and Dice low on energy. He wants to take an extra farm there. Okay. Eddie's into the Ridley fight. Gets his 10th super there. So we do a really elaborate farm strat in this room to farm these little Zebs for extra supers just for the chance for that super, because it saves so much time on Ridley. It saves 2 entire charge shots.
Stay out of the acid, Eddie.
Yeah. And Zinni going for the X Factor strats on Ridley. Oh, it looked like he got that second one, but one of the particles missed. So, it ends up hitting. Man. And Eddie really low on energy. He needs to play really well. He can only take 1 hit from Ridley, who does 40. I don't remember how much the flames do, but he might be okay with a hit from that too.
Yeah, that double X Factor from Zinni may well have a faster fight than Eddie.
Yeah, he might save some time here, although the supers make a huge difference as well. Meanwhile, Dyson Exact going to be headed into Meridia here.
Ooh,
really
careful,
difficult.
Eddie.
Oh, Eddie's on 10. Oh my goodness.
Sorry to interrupt you. Oh
no! Oh man, Ridley was dead, but his AI is just awful and unpredictable. Even when he's dead, he does all this elaborate stuff trying to grab Samus, and just bodied Eddie right there at the end. That was man, that was unfortunate, but it was intense.
That's part of what makes that route so difficult.
It is. Truly is. And Zinni, living through the fight, has plenty of energy here. He's not out of the woods, but he is looking pretty good to get out of this section here.
Got the clip with the D-boost there. Love to see it.
Yeah, very nicely done with the speedball. Meanwhile, Dice nailing the D-Factor Botween strat. Ooh, he missed a super. Missed 2 more supers. Ooh, we might want to switch to charge shots. The charge shots do 150 here, so 2 of them makes up for a missed super. Okay, and he's all right.
Can give Exact a chance to catch up.
And it nails the very, very nice. Okay, perfect fight from Exact.
Yep. Awesome to see. And we get the Yahtzee from Dice. Awesome.
I'm glad you know about the Yahtzee. That is and both of them get it. That is one of the sickest mock balls in this game. Just looks so good.
And there it is in the chat from Hockey.
And Zinni makes it out just fine. Oh, and Dice not able to get the setup for the full halfie. Let's see if Exact goes for this. That looked good. Very, very nice. That is going to give her a lot of time to work with against Dice here. And I believe we're going to be having someone else pulled in for Eddie at some point, but all right, let's see these Dragon fights. Exact going for the Rain Dance strat. Dice going for some other strat. This looks like a variation of Rain Dance. I think I've seen this before. Well, very nice from Exact.
There are a few other runners that aren't being restreamed right now that do the same strat that Dice just did.
Oh, and Dice out of ammo. Is going to have to back this up with a Sparkle, see if he can nail this. Very nice. Okay, good backup.
Very nice backup for sure.
Yeah, it can be really stressful dealing with that fight gone wrong. So very nicely done. And nails the spike suit as well. I didn't see if Exact was able to get that. But now we have the overpowered space jump. This is the first thing that we're not going to be getting on the right. Runouts on the left get to enjoy the full use of that. Okay, and Exact gets the Wample jump, not having to stop at any point in this room, getting the full momentum of the previous room. Dice is going to go for using this spike suit to get across here. Nicely done.
And this is what we were speaking of earlier. Now they're going to head over to Plasma, which is not something we saw or will see from the other side. So,
yep, another very powerful item. It's going to be triple the beam damage of the beam that the new route gets.
Makes their Ridley a lot easier as well.
Yeah. Ridley's easier, Mother Brain faster.
And also a lot safer because it looks like they're both running with 4 tanks.
Oh my, and Exact having a little bit of an issue in that room, going to catch Dice up here. They are still neck and neck after all this is amazing. Meanwhile, Zinni done with Kraid, going to be heading up to Meridia himself. Doesn't have to ever go back to Norfair again. So this is where the new route really shines, is you're doing one little loop through the game. You don't have to backtrack throughout the game like the old route does. So once he's done with Meridia, he's just going to head straight up to Torian.
Clean plasma room from both of them.
Very nice. One of the only places where the routes are the same, other than the beginning, is going to be this first half Meridia. So Zinni's going to be going for the same X Factor. Does a different strat there. Very cool. Looks like he nailed it. Very nice.
Very nice bot wound. So depending on these drops, Zenny's probably going to have to farm these bugs at the end of the speed hallway here.
And he didn't look happy about that. He's only got one super here.
Another Yahtzee.
Very nice. Yeah, so with one super, he would have to missile the Ghidorah. So let's see if he decides to farm. Not going to. He'll be fine. Hopefully going to get bailed out by some better drops from Dragon. Goes for the full halfie as well. Very nice.
He doesn't need to missile the Ghidorah anymore. He picked up a super from the Mock Droid.
Oh, very, very good. That's awesome luck.
And the sync on Dice and Exact is nuts.
Yeah, this is amazing.
30 minutes in, and they're like perfectly in sync right now. I love it. This
And
is
this
the other
section,
difference too. They have speed for that room, so that makes it
yeah.
different type of strategy to complete it versus the way Eddie and Shiny Zenny did it.
Zinni going for a similar strat to what Dice did for Dragon here. Oh no, that's pretty bad. He missed the spark. He's gonna have to back this fight up pretty hardcore with some sparks here. Yeah, and that unfortunately was not the kind of spark he wanted there. Didn't, but he's gonna use up all his ammo here and try to finish this fight off clean. He's got pretty low energy, so he needs to be very careful here.
And
Good
we are
spark.
doing southern route on the APRD side.
Ooh, and Zinni, low health. He can't really you do a spark here. You don't know what Dragon's health is at, so there's a very, very high risk of chain damage. Okay, gets good amount of missiles there. Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be costing a lot of time, but he's pretty close to being done with this.
I think a couple. Yep, I was gonna say a
Okay.
couple charge shots should do it, but it was one.
Yeah, good job staying alive there. Nails the spike suit. That's actually really important in new route because you don't have space jump. It saves a really large amount of time in reverse Coliseum. It's nicely done. And we're perfectly synced into Lava Dive. Both of them nailing the chronic boost. This is awesome race on the left.
It is absolutely great. Love to see it.
Oh, and I didn't even think about it, but Zinni didn't have enough health to fully utilize that spike suit. Very unfortunate. He gets a
Yeah.
little bit of use out of it.
Dragon did not drop a lot of health.
And you love to see it. That lag reduction strat, it's harder than it looks to actually kill both of them in one shot. So they both nailed it. Very nicely done. Ooh, and Exact missing the pillars. Going to have to go for just some power bombs here. So, and we'll get to see the power of Plasma Beam a lot here in Lower Northfar as we really trivialize this worst room here. See if Exact can nail this as well. Both went for the same strat. Very nice. All right, Zinni on his way to Torian. His health is really bad here. Might have to do some extra farms. I'm just going to go for it. Exact Dice going to be going for some more lag reduction. These pesky key hunters just cause a lot of lag, so taking the time to kill them with them all dead versus none actually saves 3 entire seconds of just lag. All right, let's see what strat Dice goes for on the pirates here. This is a really interesting room. Going to be grouping and nailing that. Very nicely done. Oh, and gets a nice powerhouse as well, keeping a bunch of momentum into this last room. Very good. Saves a lot of time. See if Exact can nail this pirates room. Very nice. Okay, and Dice going to enter his Ridley fight here. Generally, we don't see much super use here since we're going to go to Torian after. But with this beam, it's only a 20-shot fight. Okay, we do have Drewski joining in the bottom right. Just about to Torian. And Dice is through the Ridley fight, going to be headed out of Lower Norfair here. See if Exact can finish up this fight clean. And there's a dead Ridley. All right, and Zinni going to be entering into Torian here. That health is so scary, and his ammo is really bad here. So he's going to just have to be very careful here. Probably going to have to kill them one by one just to not lose a bunch of health. And he can group these last two. Okay. Okay, that's not that bad. He's looking okay. That he dealt with that first room very nicely. He didn't have much to work with. Oh, and almost gets sniped by those guys, but he's all right. Meanwhile, Drewski gets through. Like he's a little bit better on the resources right now. So Zinni needs to have his energy full, and he needs to have 20 missiles and 9 supers, or I think it's 18 and 20, something like that. I can't remember. But he's just fine. Oh, except he didn't get the health, so he actually has to do the refill after baby skip here. That's going to give Drewski a chance to catch up. Unfortunate from Zinni, but he is through with enough ammo, which is more important because you can actually just be soft locked there. All right, Zinni going for the Stashio baby skip here, the clockwise skip. That looks good. Oh, maybe not. Ah, he got baby grabbed. Okay, that's very unfortunate. He's going to have to refill his health here and then go save and reset to reset that effect. Drewski looks like he's getting it there. Very nicely done. Meanwhile, Dyson Exact pretty close here. They're done with Lower Norfair. Not a lot of danger when you have Plasma Beam to kill everything. So they're going to be headed back up to Torian as well. And you can really see that baby slow. It's costing a lot of time. Just, it takes so long to get through those rooms.
And an extra door transition for the save on top of it.
Yeah. That's rough, but prop for Zinni for sticking with it. He's going to finish this out. He's still going to get a pretty decent time despite that. Meanwhile, Exact and Dice headed through Meridia here one last time. It's a short little segment, but it really shows off the power of Space Jump underwater. There's actually no cooldown for Space Jump underwater. I think you still have to be falling, but you don't have to have a certain amount of fall speed. So you can kind of just spam it. Okay, Drewski into the Mother Brain fight. This is 60 beam shots, and he doesn't have a lot of health to give, so he needs to be careful. Landing on the middle of that little meatball explosion actually doesn't damage you if you horizontally aligned perfectly. So nicely done from Drewski.
Into the catch-up phase for Drewski.
And he dodges the first one. Nice. That's the scariest one. So he should be okay here. Let's see if Zinni can pull this off as well. Kind of aggressive onion rings there. Nice dodges from Zinni. Okay, Drewski's through the fight. Zinni should be getting closer and closer to the catch-up phase here.
And Dice is at G4 with Exact right on his tail.
Nice little breather section before the end of the game here. As Zinni looks like he is through the Mother Brain fight. Nicely done. Zach doing some horizontal bomb jump practice, doing really well.
Keeping those fingers moving.
Yep. All right, we'll see some KPDR style Metroid rooms here. We're a little bit less worried here. Got a little bit extra health to work with, better ammo.
Nice first room from Dice.
Nice group from Exact, very nice. Ooh, very clean room too from Exact. It's a really cool looking strat.
I liked that deboost through the door.
And they're still very close on the left here. Dice has plenty of ammo here, so does Exact, very nice. So they've got this baby skip here. Meanwhile, Drewski is into the escape here, looking to get a solid 43 time here. All right. And both Exact and Dice going for the clockwise skip here. Let's see if they can nail it. That looked good for Dice. Come on, Exact. Oh, that
Very
looked good
nice
as
from
well.
both of them. Very nice.
Very, very nice. And Drewski getting his climb spark in. Just has 2 more rooms to go and he's done. Very nice down back zip skip from Exact. As Drewski finishes first on the restream with a 43-32. Very nice run, Drewski. Congrats. As Zinni is in his escape here, and Exact and Dice are starting their Mother Brain 2 fights. Still very, very synced here. The smallest thing could make the difference between these two.
The amount of times that Exact and Dice have been synced up this race is insane to me.
Yeah. It really goes to show that whoever decided to put them on made a good choice, deciding that it would be a good race.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, thank you, organizers.
And even the amount of similar strats that they used for rooms was very impressive.
Yeah. And Zinni finishes second place on the restream with a 44-29. Nice run, Zinni.
GG, Zinni.
Oh, that catch up was a little spooky. He's going to get another one here, I think. And Exact is through the fight quicker, so going to take a decent lead here.
That was by no means a slouch. She did a good job on that fight, too.
So question in chat about how the qualifiers work. Basically, they're open to anyone, and there's 10 total. You just have to do 2 of them, and then your best times are average. You can do as many as you want, and then the top 32 times advance to the bracket. So we have a lot of other entrants in this race that are not on the restream. So we usually just kind of leave that part out, but they are part of this race as well.
So Exact will be on MB3 here in a little bit. Dice, again, not very far behind.
Yep, little help from the jellyfish before it unfortunately dies. And we'll be dealing with Mother Brain 3 here for the last time. and heading out.
Nice onion ring dodge from Dice at the beginning of Mother Brain 3. And Exactus through the fight, just needs to escape.
Yeah, very nicely done. Dice not far behind here. Are we finishing up this race? All right. Just a few more rooms here for Exact and Dice. Hope you all enjoyed the show. There is more to come. This is just the qualifier stage of this tournament. Next weekend, there are 5 more races to qualify. And after that, the bracket stage will begin with 32 players. I actually don't remember if it's double elimination or not. But someone can link the tournament rules and you can read that. But yeah, we've got a lot more 8% to come. There's going to be a lot more of this next couple months. All right. Exact is through the parlor, going to be finishing third on the restream with a 48.04. Very nice run, and Dice not too far behind.
Yeah, for those two, it really came down to that MB2 fight.
Yeah, the MB2 fight did end up making a big difference there. All right, and Dice finishing fourth on the restream, 48.25. Very nice. GG's, everyone. I'm not sure if we're going to be joined for any interviews. I'll see. See if I can get these people in for an interview.
Hello.
Yo, Zinni. GG's.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my message, but if you click down on the race on like the commentary controls page, the race controls page.
Oh, okay.
A bot will send
I see.
links out to the participants. So
I found it. Okay, I've clicked done for everybody.
cool.
So we'll see if they could come in here as well. Yeah, this is a really exciting race. I know you had some problems with the Dragon Onward, but early on the race, yeah, it was a crazy race between you and Eddie. You were basically neck and neck all the way up to the Ridley fight.
Oh, really? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I was really happy with my performance after. Let's see. After Fantoon, it was a little bit of a rough wrecked ship, but after that until Dragon, I was pretty happy with my performance. And then my brain just did that thing where it was like, wait, how does Dragon work? And so I didn't stutter for the short charge, which just threw the whole fight off.
Oh no.
So
yeah, that fight is so hard to back up when you mess up the opener.
You definitely had a very nice recovery on that, though, Zenny.
Oh well, thank you. I wouldn't say so, but I appreciate it.
You survived, so that's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
And we're also
looks like we're joined by everybody else. So yeah.
Yeah. GG
hey everybody.
Hey guys.
Yeah, GG Dice, GG Zenny. GG's, guys.
So I want to say, Exact and Dice, you two were in sync more times than I could count during that race. You were both so close.
Yeah, I was my girlfriend was listening to was watching the restream on the other side of the room, so I was kind of hearing it. It was definitely motivating.
You both made a very interesting race for sure.
Yeah, I think that's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it was an awesome race to watch, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that was actually my second best run ever. That's up with the 48:04. I think my previous best was my 48:28. That was my previous PB, so pretty happy with that.
Congratulations.
Thank
awesome.
you. I also golded my G4 to Jellyfish by 9 seconds somehow. Which I think was a big part of what pulled me ahead. My Mother Brain 2 fight was basically as perfect as I can get a Mother Brain 2 fight. So
I missed
sure
so
that
many
helped.
shots on Mother Brain too.
Yeah, the thing about that fight is that you get your shots out of rhythm somehow, like you undercharge one, you just keep undercharging them because you're like kind of locked into that like same rhythm, but you're not actually charging them, and it can be really difficult to pull yourself out of that. So feel free there.
Plus, the fall in the escape was really what did me in.
Where did you miss a ledge grab in like Leodox or something?
Room 3 when you jump through after the shine spark.
Oh, okay. You
I
fell
didn't
instead of
jump.
jumping through. Yeah,
And then
I
it
hate
just
that one.
compounded. I kept falling and it took me forever to get back up.
Yeah, that room is rough when, especially the beginning, when you're not in sync with the pirates where you expect them to be. It gets real tough. So
yeah. But I golded Ridley.
Nice.
Nothing but swoops. Got lucky.
Yeah, I had a pretty bad Norfair revisit and lower Norfair. My Ridley fight was pretty all right, but I missed fast fillers. I let go of left through the door, or right through right before the door for some reason, and then I had like a slow pillars too. I kept missing the power bomb.
I would say my biggest time loss was Red Tower leading to power bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I missed the hero shot. I fed the Vile Plumes. I missed the damage boosts through Hellway. Like those 4 rooms were just huge time loss all around.
It's such a bad segment. Batwoon is also the worst. Oof.
45.
Yeah, I lost 21 seconds at power bombs.
Meridia equals time loss.
It's okay. It's okay, Drewski. I didn't even short charge for the Dragon opener.
I would have died there. I don't even know how. I'm thinking about it. I don't even know how I'd recover.
We all had our own mishaps.
Dragon was terrible. I got goops on the second round. I forgot to two tap and didn't get the speed boost.
Yeah.
What's so silly, this is my first ever race or qualifier I've ever done. Well, I guess I did the 30 years of speed race, but this is my first qualifier for a tournament. And I got everything that was supposedly, I got first try mode, I got lava spark, but I missed everything else.
You mean on the restream, right, Drewski? Because weren't you in one of the other qualifiers?
Maybe for Hundo when I didn't really know the route, but
I thought you played on oh, I'm thinking of the LTA. You were in the LTA. That's right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but this is it was the worst I've played in forever, and I'm the nerves are so different than.
They're very different. Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
my hands were shaking the whole time, and I've raced before.
So not ready. My brain's I don't want to do this. I'm not ready for this. But my hands know what to do, so they're doing their thing. But I'm I don't want to do this anymore, and I'm doubting every move, every input. And it's
Dude, I feel you.
Races are different. They're a different beast. For
yeah,
sure.
I also skipped wave missiles, which I will not be doing again. That was
that's aggressive, man. That's really aggressive in a race.
Gravity. I got a slow, fell in red tower, bonked a caterpillar, entered Fantoon with like 60 health, and I was like, this is not good. So I didn't really know what to do, and I got the slow, and I had enough health or whatever. But I was like, I need all the time save I can get, and then, ugh, it was stupid. I'm not doing this again.
Hey, 2010 in 2010 life. I'm all
Yeah.
about that.
For races, it's definitely a good idea. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you all for joining.
GG's.
Just as a tournament organizer, I just want to say thank you to everybody who participated in the qualifiers this weekend. And thank you to QZCX for stepping up and helping manage things while Sassy and I were out of town yesterday and the day before. So we have 5 more qualifier races happening next weekend. 1 on Friday evening, 2 on Saturday, and 2 on Sunday. So if you weren't able to participate in at least 2 of these this weekend, make sure that you participate in those next weekend so that you can get placed, get a seed, potentially. But yeah, either way, thank you for participating, everybody who has. And I think that this is going to be a really, really cool tournament just based on the way that this first couple days has gone. So
It'd be so scary.
So yeah, that's my piece. Anyway, thank you everybody.
I appreciate
Thanks, guys.
everybody
Looking
letting
forward
me
to next
comment.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the awesome race, everyone. And like Zinni said, thanks for participating. And Moth, thank you for the commentating.
Yes, thank you for the assist, Bress.
Yeah, definitely appreciate everybody who's helping to organize. Appreciate you, Bress and Moth. Your comms were really exciting to listen to in the background while I was trying
You
not
guys
to die.
watched the race while you were playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's any
Oh my
percent.
God. You guys
Yeah, I could never do
you guys
that
are
either.
mean.
I get way too nervous.
Oh no, I don't watching
Hey
it. My
guys,
girlfriend
sorry,
was.
I think we need to head out.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
So
Speedgaming needs your channel.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
See ya.
Bye bye,
thank you,
everybody.
guys.
Next
See you
mission.
next mission, everybody. Goodbye.